Hello, we're here
Hello.
again, analyzing male slavery. Me, Trevor Cormier. Analyzing, would you say what's on your mind?
Yes, I want to talk about the direction of the pro-male movement because, quite frankly, it seems to be on the rails a little bit. It's like wobbling. It's like floundering
It
because
does. It does seem like that to me.
yeah. So at the moment, it seems to be mostly two people on the YouTube sphere, just me and you, well, with a few others chipping in with the odd video every now and again. But
Yes.
it's like some content makers are like hardly doing one video a month. If some are even failing to hit that target as well.
Yes. You need at least that. I found before I got myself going on my own, it was a month. It was actually starting to pick up a lot of views, but I think if it was more than a month, it would start going down. I
Yes.
find you need at least once a month and you'll keep your channel alive. But if you're
Yes,
letting,
once
go
a
ahead.
month is the absolute minimum to keep the channel going. And like the mindset should be like, oh, I can't really think of anything to say. I haven't got much time. I'll do one quick video just to keep the channel going. That's it. But unfortunately, a lot of people can't be bothered to do that. This is the problem. Pro male movement is tiny,
Yes,
right? We're a fringe of a fringe. Like the men's rights movement is tiny, and we're a fringe of the men's rights movement. We're what I would call the small radical fringe of it. Okay.
yeah, a sect of it. We're actually, I wouldn't even say a sect of it. I think to be honest, I don't care if it's bragging or not. We are the men's rights movement because we fight for men's rights. We do not want to try and repair relationships. We do not
Yes.
want to get a woman into the MRM right now really just wants to try to make pandering to the girls easier, safer, and possible. And
Yes.
the best thing they might shoot for is try to stop alimony or some of these other things so that men can't just be instantly dumped in a marriage
Yes.
and keep their if the woman does manage to leave, they get enough resources to bribe another one in. It's really a very dead end mindset. Yeah.
Yes, and they still support child support. You know, like the thing is, right? If you're against alimony, why get married in the first place? Look, they can't even aim for this, right? Abolish marriage, and but if you still want to get in relationships and bribe women, do so. Just do so outside of marriage. Aim for a system where you can bribe women, but they can't tie you down and make you carry on paying. If you want to pander to women, but they can't even aim for that. They can't let go of marriage at all. That shows you how obsessive they are.
Oh yes. It's the women, they're smart. I mean, the only reason marriage exists for them at all is because it's so skewed in their favor. If there was any equality to marriage at all, modern women would just dump it and say no.
Yes, yes. So anyway, we're a fringe of the fringe, and we're so few in numbers. The people and members, they need to speak up more and be more productive, quite frankly, because at this rate, the movement's not going to propagate itself. It's actually going to die out
Yeah,
in about
exactly.
5 years maximum.
Exactly. And this is the other thing too. Sadly enough, there's this psychology, this male psychology that if I had made a Reddit that was called male socialization, come and talk to each other and socialize, no one would join. But if I turn around and make a Reddit saying men of awesome action, we're going to kick butt, all these guys would come and then socialize.
Yeah, and
So
they'll posture about kicking butt, but then they wouldn't do it.
no, exactly. They really wanted just a space to socialize with each other, but they don't like to admit that that's what they're doing.
Yes.
They always have to have it in. I'm sure it's self-inflicted delusion too, to a certain degrees. They have to want to believe that they are a part of an active group when they're not. They're part of a
Trevor,
sorority group.
sorry, can you pause this?
Sure, of course.
Actually,
Just a minute.
I've just had an idea. Tell me
Resumed.
okay. So there's a problem here. There are a few individuals within the men's rights movement who start to get it. They start to form a coherent pattern, ideology, paradigm that's pro male. but they don't get any feedback, confirmation from other people. They don't find people that agree with them, share
Yeah,
their understanding.
they don't have backing or reinforcement or now you and I are looking at a guy called Pony Slay Station. I
Yes.
might get his name. And his videos, uh, maybe look, I just want to bring it back low again or small screen because I want to go down and show. Come on, there we are. If you look at his, I just want to go at his. We'll bring that up. Yeah, you can see his earliest or his most latest video is already 5 years old, and
Yes.
they go. Most of them are 7 years old. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll bring these back.
So he left around the time that RBK and Bob left, and Barbarossa took the money for the book and ran. When it all
Yes,
fell to complete shit, basically. When Toad Thing and Monkey invaded.
Hey there,
And
Penny Station. I just watched
just a
your
minute. There we are. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. So this is the thing. The few minute get it needs to be more proactive and network more.
Yes,
It's slightly
exactly.
important. Or the same thing is going to carry on happening. There's going to be no momentum. So,
Well,
and here's the problem. This Justicar video. I think we should watch bits of this because this Justicar video or integral math shows you the gaslighting, the disingenuous gaslighting that these pro-male men had to face from men's rights activists.
exactly. Now these integral man, I don't see him much more anymore, but I know he used to be very strong around this time going. And like you say, we'll play some, and this is him asking questions. Now, I know integral math has actually been done some clever videos, and he made logical points. And so for him to say what he's about to say makes no sense.
video on the failing boys in education, and ordinarily I would just respond to your
Oh, by the way, just say stop whenever you want.
Okay. Yeah.
video, but due to recent events, it doesn't seem as though that's possible. Without my being vulnerable to the claim, I've strawmanned you, that I'm lying, I'm intellectually dishonest, and all these other things.
I'm just going to make a quick response to this, which is going to make me late for work. Integral Math made another response to me. In the first part of his video, he tells me he can't respond without being accused of straw manning, being intellectually dishonest, etc. Just to be clear, Integral Math, any accusations even remotely like that were due to you completely ignoring my multiple statements, clarifying my position that encouragement had nothing to do with the discussion that I was having, which you continue to attribute to me multiple times, even after multiple clarifications. So if there was anything outside of that, by all means, please let me know what it was.
Issue 1. With respect to the section where you're discussing the differential graduation rates between men and women, namely that men are being graduated.
I can't hear anything anymore.
With poor grades.
You can't hear anything?
It just cut out there. I'll carry on. See if I can hear it.
Okay, I can still hear.
Okay.
A. Do you mean to imply, suggest, or hint in any fashion whatever that we should advocate for more men to attend universities, to be graduated from universities, and to be graduated with better grades than is currently the case?
Well, let's pause that there.
Yeah,
Pause that there.
exactly.
No,
Okay, that's a very disingenuous question. Okay, women are getting affirmative action in education and in higher education. It's been proven by studies that female teachers downmark primary school boys get punished and their behaviour scrutinised and controlled far more than girls do. That must affect them on some level. Okay, he's trying to imply that Pawnee PlayStation is trying to advocate for affirmative action, and he's not. Okay,
No.
that's very disingenuous of him, right there. I'm sorry, that's not a misunderstanding, in my opinion. It's partly tough guy posturing. Oh yeah, we don't need affirmative action like women. We're men, and it's partly false concern trolling. So it's gaslighting.
Yes.
Okay, women. And the thing is, men and boys actually need affirmative action to make up for the injustices that they've faced. They've been falsely accused of keeping girls down, right? They earned status to pander to women, and that's been used as a pretext to discriminate against them. Okay,
Yes, matter of fact,
so
Tony's PlayStation, I believe, makes if we keep playing it, he'll end up saying very similar things. I mean,
yes,
I what can I say? I mean, integral math should know better than to ask these questions. I mean, it's really like at the worst, uh, Pony's PlayStation is really just suggesting that the bias stop, not necessarily that the boys didn't get anything in their favor, just that they stop having lead weights put on their feet.
yes,
So we'll see what he has to say about that.
I'm not saying that we should not advocate for post-secondary grads or advocate for post-secondary grads. I don't really care if somebody advocates for men or doesn't. Obviously, they shouldn't be advocating for better grades. I don't know. I don't know where you're getting this stuff. It would be pretty helpful if you posted parts of my video that you're responding to, because otherwise, I really have no idea where you're getting this stuff. I think you might be confusing multiple parts of my video together or conflating them. Basically, what I'm saying is men are graduating less than they used to from all levels of education. I don't think this is simply because men have somehow got dumber or no longer thinking education is valuable. I think it has to do with their experience in primary and secondary school, at least partially, as well as discrimination in all levels of education and affirmative action in post-secondary education.
There you go. I mean, he just explained it out perfectly.
yes,
And you see, and it's things like this which makes guys like him funny. This is simply the case. Other than PlayStation, RBK was the only guy I knew who was anything remotely like him, or vice versa. There was only the two. Almost all the other ones were either MRMs like integral math that wouldn't want to go all the way, or were gaslighting him, or they were MGTOWs, which were basically the same idea. Like
yes,
people get drowned, like honest men get drowned in an ocean of these pretenders and fakers.
yes.
You know,
It's a drain on one's energy having to deal with these people all the fucking time. That's the problem. If you're dealing with them all the time, like for example, if you think you're interacting with someone genuine and then you find out that they're disingenuous, it's really disencouraging. Actually,
yeah, it takes the wind out of your sails.
yes, and yeah, that's these guys are a big problem because I think that these fake MRAs they want to appear moderate and reasonable. That's what they want to do basically. This false middle ground that doesn't exist. You know, oh, don't be extreme like the feminists. You know, also a lot of them are right wing as well, so they don't want proactive stuff being done for men and boys because that's too much like socialism to them.
Yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
yes,
It grinds against their male psyche. You know, you could say I'm wrong, but I mean, men just do not want to be seen as needy or weak ever. So
and also that they don't want to help other men either.
yes,
Out of
that's a
resentment.
big thing a lot of guys have admit.
And integral math is an ex-military vet as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in the army, so that's a pretty common tactic. So he had his affirmative action, in other words, you know.
Yes.
He got the
yes. It's shocking me. I don't know how bad it is in Canada here, but the states are horrendous for guys who have nowhere to go. They jump to the military, whatever branch of it, to give themselves an automatic job, and just
yes,
say yes. I'm getting, and they live off the taxpayer. And like you say, when they get out, they don't. Most of them don't spend a lifetime there. They don't make it a lifetime career. They stay in it long enough, only as long as they need to, and then they get out
yes,
and get their benefits, and then all of a sudden they they want to pull the rug out of other guys. You know,
yes,
it's the only form of welfare that is allowed for men. That
yes.
because they can hide and
Especially in
say,
America.
"Oh yes." Well, that's what I mean. America's so bad for that.
Yes.
You mentioned it.
Yeah.
In
And
your latest
I
video.
don't think we need to. Do we need to listen to the rest of this? Because it's just
I
more
don't.
gaslighting.
I don't think we do, because from
Yes.
what I think, people. I should just put, or when you put it on your channel, you should just put it in there for people to watch, and so they can get familiar with, PlayStation. But he does a good, what do you call it, a defense of what he was saying, because he's honest, and integral math.
If I remember, integral math said that women were out competing men as well in a video. If I remember correctly, because I watched it recently, which is not true. So yeah, it's like so disingenuous. Like yeah,
Yes.
and and anyway, this is why the pro male movement actually needs to be more proactive and needs to get more shit done, because it's literally without if the pro male movement gets in the habit of doing more things, other people will start joining in, and it'll be self-perpetuating. It'll attract new people, it'll grow. If it remains inactive and just based on Discord socialization and Reddit drama, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
I find the trouble with a lot of guys is, even in our group, is they get fixated on the drama and actually just they end up spinning their wheels. You know,
Yes.
I mean,
Anyone's got a YouTube channel should make one video a month at least. That's the minimum. I'm not. They should be doing it once a week, to be honest, because the amount of time they spend on Discord as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
once a week is actually better. Somewhere between once a week and once every 2 weeks. I know personally, I have a hard time holding back from spamming videos. To me, there's just so much to talk about.
Yes.
And with Zoom here, I'm able to easily crank out a video almost a day if I wanted to. You know,
Yes.
it's that strong. There's just so much to talk about. One of the weaknesses of getting the message out, though, is because men's rights is such a broad umbrella. There's so many aspects because one of the strengths of making a YouTube channel is you hammer on about the same topic over and over again, but there's
Yes.
multiple topics involved. There just
Yes.
is. Misandry infiltrates every portion of men's lives, and so
Yes.
you can talk about almost anything. Like I tend to be focusing on like the cultural aspects of it, but you can concentrate on the political, you can concentrate on economic, almost anything.
Yes. Well, what do men join the military? It's to gain resources to bribe a woman.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
If these women were willing to hook up with these men without joining the army and pooling resources with them, right? These men wouldn't be joining the army. Most of them, they wouldn't.
No, exactly. Like I say, if that was the proof is the fact that they don't stay in it.
Yes.
If they really believed that serving the country was so great, they would be career military men.
Yes.
But what's the percent? I don't know what the percentage is, but what would be? I'm just throwing the question out there of men that are career military. Very
Yes.
few, really.
Yes.
So I mean,
so I think the movement's drifting. It's losing momentum. But I'm going to carry on making videos. There's so many topics I'm going to cover. I'm going to try and get more professional in my video making as well. And yeah.
Yeah, it's always good. One thing though, I don't worry so much about it. I just want a clearer screen so people can see. But I don't.
Yeah.
I see there's very popular YouTube channels out there that put very minimal effort into it. So it's nice to have professional looking, but you don't really have to have that much of something on the screen. Anything up there that can entertain. Like just think how many people put up gameplay up, and just let that go. It's not even their own gameplay, but they just put gameplay up, and it gives you something to watch while you're listening. That's all you need. You know, I'm not suggesting you should have to go that route, but I'm just saying I'm not worried personally about being too.
But more professional looking videos do get more views though.
Yeah, I mean, there
That's
can't be around.
like PragerU. There's a reason why PragerU do that slick animation on their videos. It does make a difference.
Yes, that's true. It gives people something to watch, for sure.
Yes.
And
Anyway, I think
similarly,
I've said everything I've had to say about this.
good. Okay, we don't want to go any further because we probably will end up getting off the track. But
Yes.
but I just want to end off as saying, yes, there's a very small minority of men that are proactive and want to affect change, and the vast majority of the MRM and MGTOW and all these other guys are not that.
Yes.
And good men end up being swallowed and disappearing and just giving up. We
Yes.
really have to find each other.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem for us. We got to find each other, because it's just like anything else. If there's enough of us that actually coalesce
Yes.
and work together, then it just attracts, more and more people. Like, I'll say this too, a lot of people, like yourself, that have joined our group show up, tell us their story, and then go silent.
Yes.
They're only showing up to have someone to talk to, and it's more of a therapy session. And that's why it's so
Yes.
important for us to say the men's right movement is not a therapy session.
Yes.
We're not your therapist.
Yes.
If you've got a problem, you're not going to solve it just by coming in and feeling better by talking to us. You've
Yes.
got to be active to do something about it. Okay,
Yes.
I'll end it here.
Yes.
Again, good day.